The concept of a neobank took shape sometime in the year 2008-9 during the financial crisis. Initially, neobanks were perceived as challenger banks because they seemed to impose a challenge on the traditional banking system. Let's explore the journey of a neobank. Hello and a warm welcome. My name is Shubhrato Mukherjee. So, what is a neobank? Well, neobanks are digital only banks that are completely online and run on mobile based applications. They do not have any physical branches, unlike a traditional bank. In India, they operate in collaboration or in tie ups with the traditional bank. Say, for example, HDFC or ICICI or SBI, Kotak, etc. And this collaboration is because RBI has not given banking license to the new banks to operate as an independent bank. So, in this kind of a model, in this kind of a collaborative model, the traditional bank provides the core banking services while the neobank wraps around its digital offerings on top of it. So, in today's times, the traditional banks and the neobanks actually complement each other by bridging the technology gap and addressing the new generation of customers. One of the most important aspects of a neobank is that it adopts technology disruption to the fullest to hike the customer experience to a new level altogether. So, this feature, along with branchless banking, literally segregates a new bank from a traditional bank who are still so dependent on age old legacy systems. Let us look at some of the features of a neobank. So, the first that comes into mind is a fantastic customer experience. Opening an account, say for example in a neobank, is a seamless experience. One doesn't have to undergo the hassles of all the formalities that are required in a traditional bank where account opening is still a pain even in today's times. In a neobank, everything happens online, including your verifications. Therefore, it matches with the lifestyle of the millennials and the people who are tech savvy, are digital, and are too progressive to pay a visit to the branch. Secondly, neobanks provide the best of customer support where one does not have to wait in long telephonic queues, leave aside visiting branches. It's all done online and through dedicated chatbots available 24/7. Moving on to some of the smart features of a neobanking app. Neobanks provide delightful and jazzy apps that are extremely well designed and well responsive. Unlike the online banking services of a traditional bank, neo apps are actually fast and near real time. They allow you to personalize your screens and the services based on your needs. The apps are designed to imitate a customer behavior depending on their usage pattern, their likes, their dislikes, etc. And obviously, in today's times, these apps are also extendable to smartwatches and wearables. Furthermore, there are a lot of other smart features that are provided in these Neo apps. As an example, they can give you reports or dashboards on your spend pattern. Neo apps can give you rewards. They can provide you cashbacks. They can help you with your budgeting. They can facilitate piggy bank savings. Piggy bank saving is basically a feature where you can keep aside the extra bits of your transactionals to accumulate into a saving. As an example, say you can set a rule in a Neo app that on a particular day, if you exercise for 30 minutes to stay fit, you shall reward yourself by setting aside a sum of money into your piggy account. So all these are, small but customer friendly, nice to have, attractive features that are indeed appealing to the youngsters especially, and they provide a new age neo banking experience. Neobanks can also enable multiple account views in a single Neo app, thus providing the customer with a more holistic summary of their overall finances. Say you have an account in SBI and HDFC. You would be able to see all of these accounts depicted on your Neo app alongside your new account. So you don't have to visit different pages for the different accounts. And for all the goodies that a neobank has to offer, the fee structure remains minimum. And that is because neobanks operate at a low cost compared to the traditional banks. And this is due to the fact that there is no extra banking regulations on them, and also due to lower overhead expenses since they are branchless. So, how do neobanks generate their revenue then? Well, their revenue is primarily derived through the interchange fees obtained from the merchants. Interchange fee is the fee paid by merchants for every card transaction. And this interchange fee is actually more regulated when it comes to traditional banks. However, neobanks are exempted from the core banking regulations and hence the advantage of charging higher interchange fee. Moving on, what are the disadvantages of a neobank? Is everything rosy about them? Not quite. There is a slight darker side as well. Since neobanks are not traditional banks with a banking license, except for basic deposit, withdrawal, and some of the fancy features mentioned earlier, they have limitations in their overall banking service offerings. For example, they cannot offer loans or mortgages. Also, the traditional banks have been in operation for long, during which they have gathered a huge customer base and, more importantly, the customer trust. So, obviously, when it comes to a new bank, there is a slight trust deficit, and which is rightly so. So, now the question arises, as a customer, what should you do? Should you or should you not go for a neobank? Well, my personal 2 cents would be it is always advisable to have at least one account with an established traditional bank where you can avail all your banking services. And if you are tech savvy or belong to the new generation who would love to explore a better customer experience, then go for a neobank along with this traditional bank of yours. That would give you the best of both the worlds. Finally, here are some of the major neobanks in operation in India: EraserPay, Jupiter, Neo, and Fi. Who knows, one day the neobanks might get a full scale banking license, and if that happens, they would then seriously start imposing a challenge to the traditional methods of banking. Signing off for now, take care.